Three friends with a podcast, ready to explore movies they've never seen, diving to the core. I'll watch it later, let's press play together. Talking films we missed in stormy or sunny weather. So grab your popcorn, let's dive into the fray. I'll watch it later, the movies come our way.
Hello, everybody. I'm not even in a bad mood today.
My favorite bit.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to I'll Watch It Later podcast, the podcast where we lie about the movies we've seen to impress one friend.
Tom and Alberta.
As always, I am Aaron, joined by my
Aaron.
Aaron.
You didn't do it.
Aaron.
Joined by my co-host and canceller of plans, Jordan,
Hi, everybody.
and also canceller of plans, and I'm hurt when it's convenient, Scott.
I
I didn't think he was going anywhere.
getting back on the road to recovery.
But you're going to go next weekend to see Kevin Smith. Yeah, exactly.
There's just not a lot of walking.
I mean,
Drop you off in the handicap spots.
right?
Ooh, that's probably utilize that.
Maybe we could utilize that. Yeah.
Just put our pictures in the window. Oh, they're clearly handicapped. You can park here, sir.
This is our last week of
Of shows ever.
Yes.
We're canceled.
Viewer Discretion Advised. We'll be returning to our regularly scheduled program next month. Clearly, next week is Snack Show. If you haven't already, head over to iTunes, give us a like, head over to YouTube. You don't even have to watch the stuff, just thumbs up it. Make it look like you watched it or something. Put it on in the background. Just look at me. I'm fugly, and Eric makes fun of me on his show all the time. It's very upsetting. If it makes you feel better, you can see all the video, the whole thing of me picking my teeth.
I even told him. I was like, every
I
time
know.
you do it, it takes a little bit of his soul out.
Did you not hear me right? Did you not
Oh,
see
I
right?
watched
No,
the chat,
Stop.
trust me.
No, stop. Stop it. They don't stop. So yeah. So head over to iTunes. Also head
We're
over
on
to
iTunes.
Yeah. Head over to iTunes, Spotify, YouTube. Give us all the likes and the love over there. And then go to our Instagram at Watch It Later Pod and be like, why haven't these guys posted in 2 months?
Wherever you
but
get
like
your
all the
podcasts.
posts that you did that
We're
are
everywhere.
on the thing. I'm joking.
I'm going to give you access to Instagram.
Oh,
and
please
then,
don't.
Then you can post.
That's fine.
And
Actually,
I'll handle all the editing of the video that I
fine.
do.
That's
and then
fine.
He can do that.
Well, actually, give it to Kim because she's already said that she'd take over. No, Kim's good.
Kim won't get banned.
That's
a good point.
Kim won't get banned.
Yeah.
And she's good.
So for a week, we'll get a lot of posts, and then she'll get tired of the shit.
No,
that we
she
do.
likes
Kim's not going to get banned.
She is one of-
arguing with somebody in the pickle forum.
I definitely haven't argued with anyone in the pickle forum. And if you don't know, my hyperfixation right now is pickles. I have bought 2 things of pickle hummus today. I accidentally got a case of pickle chips. Did not mean to buy a case.
Accidentally.
They were only $11. I thought it was 2 big bags. It
Right.
wound up being 24 bags.
Got it from Timu. 35
Fucking
boxes.
Frito just rolled up with their truck. They're
Oh.
like, Aaron, we got a box for you.
Yeah. So,
Lady, he's putting my kid through college.
I'm going back to Dallas tomorrow to get the right pickles. I'm going to the Pickle Emporium.
Save a lot of trip.
Do you
Just
have
walk
like
to Safeway?
take less time to walk to Safeway from
I'm
you?
also going to eat some more barbecue.
Oh, good. We don't have that here.
Not like
You should have Tex-Mex while you're at it.
It's a good thing all the barbecue that we have here is mediocre. Jeez, right?
as
You're
referring-
yelling at other influencers of Arizona about the quality of Little Miss.
Listen to me. Oh, did you see it?
No, I haven't.
Oh, fucking bitch. Taste of Arizona. Hope she hears it. You're a bitch.
I'll make sure to tag her on this show.
Please. 'Cause she is a horrible person.
Wow.
I don't know how you're going to tell me that a shitty barbecue place is better than Little Miss Barbecue, one of the highest ranked barbecue joints in America. And
chick with
you're
the dark hair?
yeah,
does. It's dark
and
now. It used to
she's
be blonde,
chunky because she eats too much food. I can say that as a fat person. So fuck you, Taste of Arizona.
This is my fat right.
Yeah. Fucking Instagram. I don't know how you can be an influencer and use your influence to be a bitch. Like, fuck you. Like, you should not be reviewing food. Eat my poop.
Yeah, how dare you not like something she likes?
No, that is not it. She was a
She was
bitch
being-
about it. If she was just like, I don't like Little Miss, it's not my type of barbecue, I would have been like, okay, cool. She was literally arguing with people on her entire fucking Instagram about why it sucked and why we were wrong and how she's an influencer, so clearly she knows more than us. You know, exactly how I would act if I was an influencer.
Correct.
Yeah, I was going to
So-
say.
Ding, 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 ding.
Welcome to our snack show, everybody.
Right.
What we like, you
Yeah.
assholes.
Yeah.
Clearly don't understand.
If you
I
don't-
put this on video,
Right.
I am the last boss here when it comes to fucking
I'm the
influencing.
final boss.
I paid for these cameras.
That's right.
My opinion matters.
Yeah, nobody likes me. My friends all dump me at the movies alone constantly.
Yes, because my kid's health was not that important. Fuck her.
Yeah.
How dare you? Anyway, moving on.
Anyways, all right. So, Scott, how are you?
Fantastic.
Did you watch anything this week?
Yeah.
What'd you watch?
No movies per se,
Oh,
but I did blow through Fallout.
Damn it!
damn it.
I'm through episode 2. I
Oh.
started strong, and then
It's
I
so fucking good.
dude,
Oh.
it is so
It's
good.
I'll
so
start it
fucking
tonight.
good,
then.
man.
I'll start tonight.
The end of
I-
episode 2 was fantastic.
Dude,
I'm sitting there
episode
going,
2 was
"Oh."
probably the best episode. But let me tell you something. I know nothing about Fallout, okay?
Okay.
I've never played the games. I know the little thumbs up guy because I've seen
Yeah,
it.
Pip Boy.
Yeah, Pip-Boy. I know that stuff. I don't know anything about the stories.
That might be good.
You don't need to know anything
Not at all.
of anything of anywho of nothing
Okay, then
to
answer
watch
me
this
this.
series.
Not at all.
I don't know if you can answer this, but how come literally every person I've seen who's finished it says, I need to go back and play Fallout 76 now?
I don't know.
Fallout 76 is weird for
Terrible.
me because it was a terrible launch. It didn't do well, but a lot of games lately have done really bad launches and fixed them. So I'm thinking maybe they fixed it enough where 76 might be good. I love Fallout 4.
Yeah, Fallout 4
So
rules.
I now that I got my Steam Deck, I might see if I can get that on there and just play in bed.
And see, I don't know how
can
any of
go
this
around.
compares to the video games. Like,
It's-
I don't know how
The
it
video
lines
game,
up
it looks
because the
like-
story is fantastic.
There are moments where it kind of deviates a little, especially with like the Brotherhood of Steel and how some of the designs are. But I think as far as like video game to screen
Dude, it's,
are good. I'm only 2
know,
episodes in.
Dude,
I'm not giving you anything.
Walton Goggins is fantastic.
He plays that no
Yeah,
no
he plays
nose
the
guy.
ghoul.
Oh, my
I mean-
God.
I mean, and then what they've basically done is they're building characters in this first season while giving you the story and unraveling
Yeah.
it as you go.
It's so fun.
And you're just finding all this stuff out as you go, and it kind of reminds me of when like The Walking Dead was fun, like for the first couple seasons
Yeah.
where you're like super into it. And I hope they just don't beat this to the fucking ground. I hope they do it and they move away from it. But so far, I mean,
My
it's
least favorite
fantastic.
thing before marrying Kim was when I would have to go over to your house on Sunday
Sex
nights.
by yourself.
Well, no, I still enjoy that very much. I'd go over to your house on Sunday nights for family dinner, and you would all sit around and watch it. And I was like, well, I guess I'm going to play on my phone because I fucking hate this show.
Really?
Yeah, they would do a whole thing with Walking Dead.
It was
Oh,
fun.
it
It
was-
was fun for a while,
Oh,
and then it
bro,
just
it
kind of
was-
derailed, man. And I think it's still fucking going.
No, it's
No,
not.
there's-
They finally ended it.
No, there's-
they changed the titles.
There's
of the
two
movie or the
Well,
se-
there's two
series.
spin-offs now,
Right.
and they all suck. What I like about what's happening now is we saw this with Twisted Metal, and we're seeing it with this, where they're going, oh, so this series is beloved for its violence and craziness and story.
Oh, it's so violent.
Let's
dude.
stick to that. There's obviously something there. Halo can go fuck itself. It's fan fiction written by people that have never ever seen the game, played the game, but only know of it in the history and the lexicon of the what's out there. But they know nothing about Halo, so they've developed this show that pisses you off constantly. Fallout so far. 2 episodes in, I'm hooked.
It makes me feel.
I can't wait
It feels
to
like
just
it
run
feels like
through
the
it all.
movie that. What was the movie that came out last year? Well, the fucking JoJo Siwa, the fucking military one with the guy from. What am I fucking thinking of?
Don't know.
JoJo
Siwa.
No, what's the name of the fucking?
You're thinking
movie?
of a different lesbian?
No, it's a what's the? God damn it!
I don't know.
dude.
This is the best
Give
part
me
when we do
the
research on the.
Hold on, give me like the plot.
It was just that violent ass like military movie with the dude that was just a badass.
oh Sizu.
Sizu.
Oh,
JoJo Sizu.
JoJo Sizu. It's our new title. Oh my god, it's fantastic.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm sitting there going, what? First of all, I'm trying to think of like female-led movies, and then you're like, this guy was
No,
a
it's
guy.
the first thing that popped into my head.
No, that's
No,
great.
like the violence
completely
and like
weird.
the shots and stuff remind me
Yeah.
a ton of that movie.
And they stick to a lot of the stuff. It's really cool. But my thing is like the second episode, and this is pissed me off immediately.
So bonkers.
I
man.
was so insanely upset. The music comes in, the title comes in, and immediately you see, oh, it's a baby puppy. That's so cute. And they're like, oh, underweight, throw it in an incinerator. I'm like, what the fuck is with this show? And then it shows, the growing. I don't know if you played part 4, but there's that character, the dog Meat.
Yeah.
It's him. It's not the one that gets killed, but like you see that dog getting trained, and it's so like good. And then just everything else. And there's like a fucking Mexican standoff in the middle of this little town square that's so fun and just
so
silly.
good.
But it's very video gamey, but also just a
It's
fun
cinema. It's cinematic.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So I guess my question, and this is it, you probably can't answer it, and you probably can't answer it either because you didn't play the games. Why is everyone upset about the New Vegas stuff?
Because they've kind of made it where Vegas and New Vegas isn't a part of this universe.
Oh, gotcha.
So fuck, who cares? That game was buggy as shit anyway.
I liked New Vegas.
I love New Vegas. No, it was great. But I mean, you can't do everything. Like right now, their whole thing is they're going into Philadelphia, and who cares? It's fun. It really is.
Shady Sands.
Shady Sands.
They built, and then you kind of, dude, everything unravels, man. Where you find out all this stuff, and it's like you find out things about the vaults, and it's. So far, season 1 is so fucking good, man.
Cool.
I mean,
There's a bit where the guy
I finished
was
it
like-
out, but it's like,
crazy that you
There's
watched
only 8
that.
episodes.
I just didn't think you'd be into it.
Dude,
I didn't think
the show
so either.
came out Thursday, Wednesday. They released it early Wednesday, and this guy has already binged through all 8
Well,
episodes.
It's only
What's he
8
doing?
episodes.
I know, but still, like
What's he doing?
doesn't watch anything new.
True.
I just sometimes I'll click on things,
You don't watch baseball?
and hopefully, that's all I've been watching.
Me too.
So
Every game.
sometimes I'll click on things and just hope that it like draws me in. And there's series that I've watched the first episodes. I'm like, nah, not into it. I'm not gonna fucking dude. I did that with Breaking Bad. Like I got 4 episodes into Breaking Bad.
It's a rough
and I was
start.
like, ooh, this is not bad. This is just not good at all. And I ended up picking it back up, and I was like, dude, what would I wait for, man? This is fantastic. But dude, Fallout, it just immediately fucking just drags you in.
Damn it! I have a party with my
Well, and
kids.
it's great because like I love the music in it. It's very
Oh, the
50s
music is
and,
fantastic.
and crooner stuff. Like it starts with Nat King Cole.
They love the ink spots, man.
and
Oh.
like I love how it's like, and it's just like
It
the
sets
game.
a tone.
It's very futuristic, but also very past. Like it starts off at a kid's birthday party, which Aaron will be doing today, and you've got Walton Goggins as a cowboy, but he's doing kids shit, and he's like an aging film star, I guess.
Yeah.
And there was like
He's Rick
talks
Dalton. He's
of
Rick
communism.
Dalton. He's literally Rick Dalton.
Bro, the only thing that took me out of it,
I like that.
like immediately. Oh, excuse me. Immediately,
Gross.
I know that's going to be a clip. That it took
Eric's
me
gonna be
out
like, Jesus Christ.
for like a second. Was that the main character? His name is Lucy McLean,
Yeah.
who is the literal John McClane's daughter in the Die Hard series. So every time they say Lucy or Lucy McLean, I'm sitting there going,
her character is fun because she's so innocent through
she's
this whole
got
thing,
such
but then
big eyeballs too. Like what's
you can
with
see
her
her.
eyeballs?
You can see her progression as she's
leveling up,
she
man.
starts
It's
to
a video
harden.
game.
Yeah, she starts to harden up through this whole series, and it's like it's so fun to watch.
When she was trying to, and again, I'm not going to ruin anything for you. There's a part where like there's just people's legs are getting blown off, people's heads are getting blown off, there's bullets going everywhere, and she's like pointing like a trank dart at a guy and going, "Look, we need to de-escalate this." I'm like, "Bitch, you're gonna get shot." It's so fucking fun. Yeah, dude. Seriously, watch it. I'm gonna watch probably
If you're not
episode
into
3,
it-
4, and 5
If
tonight.
you're not into it, watch it because it's great.
Hyper-violent.
You don't need
Super
to.
violent.
You don't need to know the video game series at all. to
as soon
enjoy
as
this.
my
I
flight,
think they definitely give you enough to
and that's what
you
I'm saying.
understand
is,
it without knowing.
And that's
the
what I'm
past.
saying is I kind of wanted to know from you guys. 'Cause I didn't know if anybody of you or any of you.
There was a
had watched
cameo in season 2, episode 2. You didn't think was going to be there, and it happens
it. Yeah. So I
with
mean,
the bear and shit.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
Oh yeah.
The bear is
Ma!
actually
Ma!
maybe
fuck.
when my flight won't get me home, maybe
You'll watch, like,
tomorrow
9
I'll
episodes?
Watch all the
Ma!
episodes.
Get this fucking bear off me!
Seriously,
Are
will
you guys
you
done?
get over here, get the bear off. No, we're actually
bear's
excited
fucking
that he's
looking
watched
at me,
something.
Ma!
You guys want to start your own Fallout podcast?
It's a Fallout
I can go with
podcast.
it.
It's just 8 episodes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I highly suggest it. Scott seems to have binged right through it. I think
Oh,
Eric
it
did the
was
same
super-
thing,
it
so
was
we're
super
going to be
fun,
talking
man.
about it.
Yeah,
It's
it was super
fun.
to watch.
Cool.
I'm just upset now because there's only 8 episodes, and now I'm done.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm just glad that
Don't you
they've
hate
leaned into the violence of it. Like they didn't shy away
yeah.
from it. That's what I liked about Twisted Metal for all it was, even how dumb that show is. And I'm actually excited they're getting another season. they were violent. The language was bad. They had sex. People were getting their heads blown off. Like
I think
they realized that
they understand it's not made for kids.
Heads are
That
falling
the
off.
people who are now enjoying this or will enjoy the series
Are
have
adults.
now grown up,
Right.
and want that.
Like you're not appealing to the
kids didn't play
10-year-old
Fallout.
kids that are playing, into the game now. You're appealing to the people that were into it when it came out.
Yeah, it's
and
not
I like
Nickelodeon.
that. No,
It's not Nickelodeon.
No, that's too
no
much
one's
rape.
getting raped.
I like rape.
Do you?
No.
Rape soda.
It's the best flavor.
I like a good rape soda.
9 out of 10 people.
Aaron, when are you going to take me home and rape me? Fucking movie. Anyway, we'll talk about Urban Cowboy later. It's a little hint.
Did you see anything?
You and I went and saw Monkey Man. I watched all of Fallout. I caught up on X-Men, which
Yeah, I'm caught up on X-Men.
fucking is depressing.
I don't think so.
And
I think we're going to be all
No,
right.
I know. I want to believe we're going to be okay from this, but also fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, way to depress me, make me sad, made my kids cry.
There's
Like,
too many, alternate shit going on.
it's comic books. You know there's
Yeah.
going to be time. I mean, we saw Cable for half a second. I was like, oh, he's going to body slide out, and then he's going to body slide back in. I think he's on a loop trying to prevent this from happening
right.
in Genosha.
Yeah.
But it's so fucking good. Like,
Yeah.
the last
really
episode
good.
was a little weird. It's a little two-parter. I thought it was okay. Every now and then you got to break up the main story with one of these little one-offs. It's fine. Whatever. This episode just jumps into the fucking craziness. It's so fucking good. It's what I wanted. It was what I was afraid we weren't going to get with a Disney version of the X-Men show. We got it. I'm happy. So, did that. Fallout, obviously really awesome. I just been I went back to rewatching The Office again just to keep past time during the day while I work. And then, we went and saw Monkey Man, which, we'll get your opinion on it maybe after we figure out what you watched.
Oh, that's
We'll
fine.
talk about Monkey Man.
I didn't watch anything at home, but I did go see because I've been watching nothing but baseball and working. So, how my days are going right now is I get off work and Kim's schedule's changed where she goes in directly at 4. So I put on baseball in the background and I just watch baseball. However, last night she had taken the day off to get ready for the party today, and I had gotten a free ticket to see the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Our secret movie
I-
we didn't get to see
Yeah.
last week.
And I didn't think I was going to be able to make it, but she was cool. She said she was cool with it. And then we were also, and I checked the times and they were like, it ends at 9:05. And I was like, what? Civil War is starting at 9:05. I could just walk right over. What? So I decided to go last minute, kind of. And,
I was going to say, because you had not said one thing to anybody.
well, the thing is I only had one ticket and I didn't want to be like, hey, I'm going. And you'd be
I
like,
don't
oh,
care.
just wait. And I'll be like, but it's free. And I really want to see
you
it.
do your thing.
So, I went and saw that last night. It's a very fun movie, but don't go in thinking it's going to be some Oscar masterpiece thing or anything like that.
Is it
It's
Guy Ritchie?
goofy? It's Guy Ritchie,
I stopped thinking he was Oscar
But-
worthy a long time ago.
but it's like Guy Ritchie was like, I forgot how to be Guy Ritchie. I'm now going to try and be Tarantino as much as possible, like music-wise, fucking story elements. There's no twist at the end, but apparently this is all based on a true story. Winston Churchill's diaries got opened in 2016 or something like that, and they're starting to make movies based off of his actual diaries. So it gives you one of those things at the end
Dear
where it's
diary.
like, where these people went now. And apparently Henry Cavill's character is actually who Ian Fleming wrote based James Bond off of. But the movie is fun. It is a very fun movie. It's very all the violence and stuff is hilarious. There's a scene where they're trying to break this guy out of prison, and it's hilarious. The whole thing is just super fun. Everybody's really good in it, but there's a B story that just didn't do it for me, and it kind of slows down in some parts, even though it's only 2 hours long. It just
What do you mean only? At this point, 90 minutes for a story that doesn't go anywhere is where my
story
my limit is.
The story does go somewhere. It's
Capped at 90.
it's a good story, and everything's it's a fun watch. It's just I just found myself being like, okay, well, I want more of the action stuff. And
So I would have been
less of
storing
this
after about 30 minutes.
less of this setup. No, because like I said, the movie's incredibly fun. I'm not trying to undersell it, but it's super fun. I had a great time watching
The
it.
trailer sells it as something pretty fun.
I just wanted more of the fun and less of the plot, I guess.
It kind of reminds me of just Guy Ritchie's take on the Kingsman.
It's
You know what I mean?
exactly what it was.
just
So I've seen a lot of people say The Kingsman and Inglourious Bastards, which would probably be yes. That's exactly what I would say.
Siwa.
JoJo Siwa.
Yeah, lots of Siwa. Like the guy who plays Reacher in it is hilarious. He's really fun. I think he's gay in it. It's fucking hilarious. It's so funny. But yeah, so I saw that and then I went
Tom Cruise.
and I walked across the theater and saw the new Alex Garland movie, fucking Civil War. I personally liked it. I know that it is very divided online,
which is weird because the
that.
reviews are very high.
Yes,
the audience I think is close score wise, but you're right. You have said you've liked it. I have seen other people say they haven't liked it, and I can't get a clear reason on either side really. Like I've heard some of what you've said, but no one can explain why they've either really liked it or not liked it.
So, I've been waiting for today, and I didn't want to give too much away, but so.
Waiting for today. Something at 9 o'clock last night.
To kind of
way to hold out.
To kind of put it in perspective, I know you didn't like Snack Shack because you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Go back and hear the reviews.
But the guy,
most watched video.
The person that I listen to the most when it comes to movie reviews
should be me.
Dave Portnoy
loved Snack Shack.
It's one bite of a movie.
He said it's one of his favorite movies, and this was before he saw it after me. And then he did not like Civil War, but I love Civil War. So, okay,
so he must be an asshole.
No, he's fine. You're an asshole.
You do this just to piss me off, don't you, review guy?
Editing that video was so fun because I just kept watching. Did you watch the video that I put up?
I love the beginning.
Did you see the
Or
beginning?
just all the fucking
He's
angry
mad.
Aaron fucking montage.
You didn't watch the video? Fuck you.
I did not. I watch it now.
It's just angry Aaron montage.
Yeah, it was great. And then
It's
Scott,
gonna be
and
a
then
montage.
Scott's face. Yeah, my new bit is to try to incorporate fun stuff.
That is actually hilarious.
It is weird.
Look like a 90s sitcom.
So the reason, Civil War is another. Okay, Scott would hate it. I don't know. I need you to see it.
Okay,
I don't know where
I may
you
have
would
to break.
fall.
I may have to break my rule of not going to by myself
alone?
because I want to see Ungentlemanly Warfare and I might see Civil War. So
Well, next weekend we're going to see Kevin Smith, so I couldn't have gone next weekend anyways because I swapped days off.
I
So,
get it. It's fine.
but I know you would hate it because it is very, very this doesn't mean what you think it means type of thing. Yeah, I
What's in the box?
Yeah, it's okay, so there's a civil war going on in America, clearly, in this movie.
Is it a documentary?
But the movie ultimately is a road trip film. It's
It's like a buddy cop film.
That's why I saw
I
Sean
never
William
said
Scott
that.
was in it.
It's like a dark road trip film. It's about journalists, about these 4 journalists. One is this hardened Kirsten Dunst. She's this hardened reporter who nothing really makes her crack anymore, and she's just there to get the story. And her friend, and they're on their way to DC to interview the president. Another is a super old guy from before times. He's also kind of a hardened journalist, but
He was the guy that got written out of Dune 2.
Yes. And then there's a new girl. Her hero is the Kirsten Dunst character, and she wants to be a reporter. And a lot of it is nuance and how far you would go to get a story, and what part of your life you're willing to give up, stuff like that. It's not about the Civil War, and I think that's what people aren't understanding. Never explains to you why the Civil War starts. Doesn't the way that it's broken down with the
trying to take our guns.
Western forces and the Florida Alliance.
We know why it starts, you fucking asshole. We know exactly why it started.
I can't wait.
Don't tread on me.
Bro,
Don't tread on me, dick.
I'm going to screenshot this, and it's going to be my
profile picture.
The closest you'll get to
We're in the prop room, folks.
But it doesn't even really get into that.
props.
That
Sketch comedy.
it doesn't get into
That's what you need the video for. No one's gonna understand on the audio that was gonna be a thing. It's gonna be great, and we're not gonna explain it.
no.
You don't get to know.
There's
Watch the show.
Hey, you
there's
want to hear? Tune in live.
Tune in live or check out the video.
Yeah, there's there's nationalists, there's some pretty extreme nationalists. Everyone's seen the trailer with Jesse Plemons, and he's like,
I heard he's in it for a second.
Yeah, dude, he's not in for it.
Okay, so side note real quick. Sure. I saw an interview with Kirsten Dunst, and she was talking, and I guess the guy who was supposed to be Plemons' character like dropped out, like he was like sick or something happened. And he dropped out on the the day of filming or the 2 days before filming. So Kirsten Dunst is like, "Hey, I know a guy. I just happen to be married to Jesse Plemons."
Someone's got to watch the kids.
So so
Give
that's
a short part.
Well, that's the thing. They were like filming in Atlanta, and I guess Plemons was there with the kids. So she was like, "Hey, do you want to do it?" So he met with Alex Garland. He went to like thrift shops to buy some dumbass glasses, and then boom, he's in the movie for like half a minute. Like that's basically how it ended up happening. Like he shouldn't even be in this movie.
Right. So and it's kind of breaking down like the people who are like, we're just going to stay out of it, and then there's like the extremists, like the Plemons character, and all this other stuff, and they're going through all this as they're heading to the front lines. It's really good. It makes me not hate the press as much as I've hated the press over the past few years.
Oh, did its job.
No. I still hate the press. Don't worry. When I was in Afghanistan, I saw the press there.
You know what he hates the most? The press and size 40 pants.
America. Anyways, I highly recommend
Bud
it.
Light.
I'd like to know what people think of it. I'd love to have a discussion about it. I don't want to give.
I definitely
want to
see
spoilery stuff. But
the thing is that people go into these movies thinking it's going to be straightforward, and they're not.
Correct.
Because Alex Garland did the movie Men,
Yep.
not a straightforward movie
Jesus
because it's
Christ.
not exactly what you think it was going to be.
Exactly.
He did what's that Natalie Portman movie? Shit.
I don't.
It's like
Annihilation.
He did Annihilation,
which I
which
love.
is not exactly at all what you thought. And then he did Ex Machina. So
Yes.
he does these movies that you think they're one thing, they turn out to be another. They have a different message, and I think that's what people are confusing when they go see this movie. They're like, "Oh, I thought this was going to be. We get to see, how the war's going to happen here in America."
Yeah.
And that's not at all what this is going
But
to.
you got to remember though, like the majority of the moviegoers are like me.
Yeah.
They
Stupid?
want. Unfortunately,
Hand
just
fed.
want straightforward, man. They want
I know.
something that
And
has some explanation.
It's not straightforward. They're the only.
I can balance and I can teeter on the fence a little bit.
Yeah.
I get the stuff that's you got to think about it, or that might not be as straightforward. A lot of people out there just want Skyscraper.
I know,
You
and
know,
I
they
get
want
that.
Dwayne
Twice
The
it's
Rock
come up.
Johnson,
I got to
man.
watch it.
And
That's the rule.
as
If we
I've-
mention it twice, I've got to watch it.
As I've said before, this has happened to me twice in the last 2 months.
Yeah, that's so.
A bigger lady last night turned to me after the movie was over. Actually, we were walking out.
Why is she just not a lady?
We were both
Took
out.
my ticket.
I don't know.
We're sitting next to each
I was
other.
just trying to, put the visual in your mind.
Oh, okay.
She had a Jamaican accent. She was very nice.
Super
And
white though. It was
She
weird.
she stopped and she said,
Singing Informer.
"Sir," and I said, "Yes." And she said, "Did you understand that movie?" And I said, "Yes, I did."
Why,
and
quite
she
frankly, ma'am.
And
Yes, I did.
she said,
Let me sit you down.
she said, "Well, I don't understand
Here's my
why
card.
is." and
Why
this-
did Kyle Rittenhouse
I'm
get
not going to
acquitted?
tell you what happens, but she said, "Well, why is the military trying to kill the president?" And I said, "Well,
Rightfully so.
I explained to her why, and she started. She was like, "Oh, I get it now."
Gas prices, honey.
So, anyways, that happened last night, which was weird because the same thing happened
on
after
that.
Love.
He's like, "Well,
Have you
Love's
seen the
Li-
prices of gas lately?
Love Lies Bleeding happened to me as well." But
it won on it's like 70 cents more.
that's what I'm saying is I think people went into this wanting to choose a side, like Republican and Democrat, and it has nothing to do with politics. There's no political. It does
Ma'am,
not.
do you know what the movie was about? Israel. And let me tell you what I think about it.
Yeah.
45 minutes later.
So basically, at the end,
And that's why we need an
Kill
Iron Dome and to
the-
build a wall. Anyway,
and that is why the bridge went down in Maryland.
from the river to the sea.
there's no way that bridge would have collapsed so quickly if it wasn't an inside job. That's all I'm saying.
You can't cut a boat through steel beams, ma'am.
I started showing her the 9/11 iceberg on YouTube. It's like 4 hours long. So, anyways,
Conspiracies. Anyway, I know a Whataburger across the street.
Yeah,
The manager owes me a burger. Let's go yell at him.
Yeah, let's go get screamed at again.
Oh, man.
So, anyways, go see Civil War if you haven't. And I'd love, like I said, if you please go see it because I just want to talk to you about it.
Sir,
I want to.
sir, why wasn't Iron Man in this movie?
I want to bounce things off you. I want to see if we're on the same page because
Okay.
it's definitely like. It's also like terrifying because there's a lot of shit they show in it. But I was going to tell you without spoiling anything. There's one scene in it where there's a guy shooting, and the press dude's like, he's in military garb, and he goes, "Who's giving you orders?" And he's like, "No one's giving us orders. that guy's shooting at me, so we're shooting back at him. And he's like, okay, but it has to be coming from somewhere. And he's like,
Why?
He goes, are you fucking retarded? And he looks over at the girl and he goes, why am I shooting at this guy in the house? And she's all, well, because they're shooting at you.
us.
Yeah. And she goes, see, there you go. And it kind of like that pretty much sums up the fucking movie. And I'm like, oh, this is so good.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of how it would be. You're shooting at me, I'm probably going to shoot back at you.
Exactly. So
I don't need an order for that. Sir, what do I do?
Yeah.
He's dead.
Right.
Well, I guess I don't have anything.
So, anyways.
Jeez.
Yeah, but that was pretty much it. But I felt like a short week. We saw.
It felt like a short week because, okay, so this is how I felt last night when we were going to go. I'm like, I can't believe we're going to see. It's already Saturday. What did we see last week? And then I realized we didn't see Monkey Man until Monday.
Right.
So the viewing window was shorter, so it felt like the week just flew by.
Monkey Man.
So yeah, we went and saw the directorial debut of Dev Patel, Monkey Man,
Knight.
and that was I liked it. I
think
keep
you
calling
liked
it
more than-
non-Wick
Yeah, I
because
think
it's very Indian.
you liked it more than I did. I think.
I don't know if I liked it more than you. I see merit in it. We both walked out, and I said, and the first thing I said to you was like, that movie had some bad pacing issues.
And it was the
and you were
first-
like, thank God you said it, because it doesn't move consistently. It starts off very quick, and then it slows to a crawl, and then it goes back up, and then it slows again. And at some point, you're like, what the hell's going on? We went to the 8:30 show. I looked at my phone at like 10:18 going, the third act barely just started. There's nothing going on. What the hell's... Speed this movie up. And yeah, pacing issues sucked. Some of the dialogue was a little weird, but they're in India. They're not solving the internet problems.
Did you try turning it off and turning it back on?
I don't know why everyone's name was Kevin.
Don't click that link. If
But-
you've seen the TikToks, I'm not being racist. You got to watch the
Mother
TikToks.
bitches!
Yeah.
Yelling as your kids are out there going,
Now you give me $5,000. Don't click the link.
I love those videos so much. The scammer videos.
Yeah.
I'll watch those for hours.
What are you doing?
No!
No!
I
Don't
went,
click the link.
I went ahead and
Do not redeem
I
that!
redeemed the Google card on my account. No, mother bitch! I'll call you bitch.
Hey, are you?
Should I just
fucking
click this
love those
button?
videos.
Are you surprised that I've been scammed like that before?
No,
No.
not
Yeah.
at all.
I was trying to buy concert tickets.
Sleep token.
No, no, that's just
Creed.
I wonder if they ever sent the.
That's the end of the month.
Oh, I forgot.
This is why when you see a new concert pop up, I get worried that you're gonna overbook, because there was what was that concert that just came up that it's like Power Man 5000.
I wasn't going to that
I know, but
regardless.
you're like, oh, I'd go for Tantric, and I'm sitting there going, dude, that's Blink 182. Don't go
Yeah.
see Tantric, please.
Hugo's like, I don't know who these guys are. I'm gonna quit it and call it another. What was the first band he was in?
Days of the New.
Days of the New.
Days of the Old. That's what we're going for. No more
found a reason.
Only that's it.
That's the only song I
people
know. And I
yeah.
had that CD. I just don't remember anything from it.
On the shelf.
Nobody knows
So
that.
stupid.
Anyways, all right. So what did we watch this week? Oh, I guess I'll pull it up.
Oh, I guess we're not going to talk about Monkey Man.
Oh, sorry.
No,
I thought we
fuck.
talked about.
No, it's all right.
We didn't like Monkey Man.
I
All
like-
right, it was all right.
It was okay.
I'll never need to watch it again.
No, that's the other thing. It's like it's just there's no real reason to
Remember,
continue with
he colors his mask and then immediately tears it off.
Bro, oh my god. I was so frustrated. That's what I told you after. I was like, okay. So they go through this whole movie. The idea is that he is a orphaned child. He's grown up now. He's fighting in the underground fights dressed as a monkey man. He's fighting the guy. All the people who fight are different animals. So he's fighting this King Cobra guy, and he's the monkey man, and he's constantly getting his ass
It's like Furry Underground.
completely. And he keeps getting his ass
Furry
kicked, but
club.
he's trying to gain money to get a weapon because it's a revenge flick.
It's
He's
like,
going
it's like
after,
Zelda. He has to kill people to gain the sword.
Yeah, he's got to get the sword. He's got to upgrade. He's doing the
Okay.
Song of Storms.
Okay, so far. I
yeah,
got it.
yeah, it's Legend of Zelda. If you go and think it's just like
Legend
the
of
Legend of
Zelda
Zelda,
with
you would love it.
furries.
Yeah, furry Legend of Zelda.
Okay, I'm in so far.
Ganon's the only human. Everyone else is animals. So it's a revenge flick. He's trying to move his way up. He gets a job at the place that the main guy works at, so he knows he can get in. And he's training a dog. Like, a lot of it's just filler.
It's the first Fast and the Furious now.
And they keep doing flashbacks, and I'm like, I don't care. Just
Right.
keep going. And we get it. Your mom got killed by this dude. You're going to go kill that guy. We don't need to see it 5,000 times.
5,000
I don't need to understand what's going
times.
But he keeps getting his ass kicked. Like he is. You think that he's
think he learned his
competent
lesson?
throughout. You think he's competent throughout this entire movie, and he's not. He sucks at fighting.
Yeah.
He can't make a plan for shit. He tries to assassinate the guy he's doing it, botches that tremendously, gets his ass beat. At one point, he's in a hallway, and I laugh so hard at this fucking part. He's in a hallway, and he sees a window, and he goes, well, I guess I gotta go out the window. And he runs full speed, jumps at it, bounces off the glass.
That would have made me
I'm
laugh.
like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, he is so bad at everything until the third act where he meets a bunch of Indian transvestites, and then...
I was just going to say, Scott would hate this movie for that part alone.
Fuck,
They're the heroes.
I am in now.
you would
the
be,
heroes.
No, the funny thing is, like...
Furries and transvestites.
When you first see it, we both were like...
fucking
Scott,
pushing all
we
my
bo-
chips to the middle of the table
Trust
right
me,
now.
We were both like, Scott would hate this because the second the
They're the
main-
heroes, bro. They're the heroes
oh
of
my
the
god!
movie.
But later on, he's off fighting the main bad guys, and they all come in dresses like fucking Shiva, the goddess of death.
Yeah.
And these transvestites were murdering everybody. It was the greatest thing in the world. Anyway, but he has this monkey mask, and you're like, ooh, it's called Monkey Man. He's gonna do shit. They make a huge deal about him in this mask. Later on, after he's trained with the transvestites, he's got over 9,000. He's very powerful. He's gonna go. He bleaches it, so the mask is now white. It's all about
So he becomes
Hanuman.
better.
You would think he's gone from Goku with black hair to Super Saiyan with gold hair. That's exactly this
white hair.
whatever. And so
Leveled up.
he levels up. He's got the white monkey mask. He's embodying Hanuman, their goddess or the god. Within 3 seconds of after doing that, he walks up to dudes in an alley, rips it off, and fights guys. I'm like, what the fuck did you do that for?
It was symbolic.
For what?
Get some people moving.
The only
I
people
can't
that
see
saw
fucking shit out of this thing.
it's on sideways. It was so ridiculous, like, as a plot point. Like, you made a big deal for me to see you do this. You put it on. You're walking
That's why
through the
movie
city
was an
during
hour and 53 minutes.
Yeah, and it's like he gets to the thing where he got to infiltrate it raid style up the different levels, and he rips it off in the alleyway, and that was it. And I'm like, I don't understand. I don't understand why you did that. But overall, the movie's fun. It's more violent than I thought it would be. At one point, he's fighting a guy and bites his face and bites his nose off, and it's just like, ow! Like, what the fuck is
And
going
that
on?
guy shows up in Fallout.
Yeah, then he's in Fallout. Yeah, that's all.
And before we get into Urban Cowboy,
connected.
I just want to respond to the chat and Twitch and say, Heather,
no.
Heather, I said I'm not trying to be racist. I didn't say I wasn't racist.
Now that's the show title.
Anyways, let's move on to Urban Cowboy. Oh, I'll look it up.
No, we don't need it.
Oh, we don't?
That was our break right there. We're moving on to Urban Cowboy. Put the trailer in. We're good. We're gonna do the edits. We're fine.
It is
A love
1980.
1980,
Fluff. Quotes.
directed by James Bridges, starring John Travolta, Deborah Winger,
those your notes?
Scott
Oh, yeah.
Glenn, Barry Corbin.
I've never put so much effort into an episode before in my
this is
life.
gonna be good.
So, with
Urban
all,
Cowboy.
I want
Yeah,
you guys to talk first. then I'll
so
go
I
into
had
it.
seen this movie a couple months ago because this guy over here told me to watch it.
Yep.
So I did, and I fell in love with it. So and then I rewatched it today on Pluto. I kind of half watched it because I'd already seen it so recently; it was still fresh in my mind. And I loved it just as much.
Still just as good.
Still just as good. I think the reason that this movie is so
Guys are
funny
dicks.
because of how absurd it is.
It's so absurd.
It's-
It's the most toxic love story
Yeah.
ever to be put on film.
Keep saying love story.
Oh,
there
they love
there
each
is love
other.
in there somewhere.
yeah, he loved a lot of women in that movie.
Hey, love is love.
He comes into to
love
the first scene in the
everyone.
bar and then ends up with 2 loves that night.
Yeah, and then
You know?
I like it when his mom's on the phone. You got a job? Yeah, I just got here last night, Mom. Like, I'll
mean,
I
get
gotta
you.
talk to Uncle Gary's friends.
The coach from Major League fucking
What-
hooked him up.
what I-
got him laid on his first night.
What I
Oh, yeah, that's
enjoy about this movie, though, is how much they hate each other and love each other at the same
Correct.
time.
Everyone hates each other in this
Because
movie.
she creates a lot of her own drama.
They
but he's-
both do.
But he's also a giant douche.
Yes.
So it's like, you should have been going out with the guy that just kicked your husband's ass the night before, learn how to ride a fucking bull.
The worst scene is when they're dancing. And she's like looking over
Grabbing
that
ass.
dude's shoulder.
Oh,
and she's
yeah.
just eyeballing him the whole fucking time they're dancing, you know? And I'm just like, this scene is what sums up this movie. Where all you can see is her eyes. and she's fucking just staring him down, dancing with this dude.
Now, this is not. I'm not comparing you two. Please do not think that's what I'm doing here. But when you talk about some of the marital issues that you have, this is the movie I think of now. Where it's like all you had to do was stop being immature and have a conversation about what's going on.
I mean, it's true.
Get out of your own head. You get out of your own head and stop being stupid and get your shit together. And it's like, you're not abusive. I understand.
I was just going to say, I'm not abusive.
He's not
Kim
abusive.
would never go out. No.
But you hit me.
Well, you pinched me really hard.
You pinched me hard.
Yeah.
Like I imagine there's a scene later after, of course he almost dies after drinking all morning and then going to work at the oil rig. Yeah. And he's just sitting in the bathtub and he's just in his own feelings and he's just waiting.
Yeah,
and
waiting.
And he's sad faced, and then every time he thinks she's home, that's how I think you are sometimes. You're waiting for the response that you want.
Well,
so then she finally comes in, then he's like,
Where were you at?
Where were you
Almost
at?
died at work.
I almost died, and you
What
weren't
happened?
here.
Fell off a
My
scaffolding.
chicken fried steak.
No, you didn't, bud. Your fucking foot got caught, and you hung there for fucking 5 minutes
said
before
he
your
hurt
fucking
his-
buddies got you down.
He said he hurt his back. I'm sure that took a lot of back.
Hurt his emotions.
Yeah, well, he almost died.
Please. Did it because he was drinking at 7 in the morning.
I don't think that's why he fell.
Really? He was drunk by the time he got into his
he
truck.
was drunk that day. That's why he fell.
Because he got his ass kicked the night before.
Get me a beer. Yes, master.
I just...
The good old days.
So,
Right?
look, this. For you people at
I
home.
love it. Let's go
this,
down. Let's go down the list.
this.
Yeah, let's
Let's go down the list, and
This.
we'll respond to
Hey,
Jordan's
remember when
comments.
they made dinner and she was picking out all the onions? That I felt. Can't we just get McDonald's? McDonald's every night, you goddamn bitch! I don't want McDonald's no more.
So, my first note was everyone in this movie is delivering the most fake Texas that they could pull off, except
I'm
for
okay
two
with
characters, Scott Glenn and Barry Corbin. Barry Corbin plays his uncle.
Yeah.
Everybody else sounded like they were fixing to be Texas, but not really. It was just it was so grating because it was like a caricature of Texas accents, except from two people. Bud is completely unlikable.
Oh, he's an asshole.
Just the worst
Absolutely.
character on screen. There is no redeeming qualities about him. I don't want him to succeed in any way, shape, or form. And at the end, he's learned nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing that he's learned.
Except how to ride a bull.
No. He's not once been on a bull.
He rode it. He won. He beat the.
A mechanical bull.
He won the Glenn. He beat Glenn Beck. Or whatever his name
Glenn,
is.
beat Glenn Beck. Why the hell does he want land in Spur? Does he have any other qualities?
Scott Glenn.
No, he wants. That's the whole reason he moved to the city area, because he moved from the country to the city to be an urban cowboy, to earn enough money to buy land. For what? Are you going to be a farmer? I know nothing about this guy, other than he's got a beard and he's been told by
So
the
he
Yankees
can-
to cut his beard off.
So he can fuck Deborah Winger on the land.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's it. So he can ride a bull on his land.
There's a line in this movie that pissed me off.
Move right in next to Ronda Rousey.
There's actually
Let's
two
go
lines.
Live off the land.
There's two lines that I hated in this movie. One of them is, I'm going to tell you one thing. And then he goes, then I'm going to tell you one thing more. No, you already told me the one thing. Don't say one thing more.
You're
No
nitpicking.
one knows how to talk in this movie.
Oh,
That's how-
the beginning.
how
When
all
he
of
first shaves his beard and he's at the bar and she goes and she sees him and she's like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna go hit on him." And she goes up and she's like, "You a cowboy?" He's like, "It depends on what you think a cowboy is." And then they just stand there.
Bro, John
then she's
Travolta
like-
delivers some weird shit in this movie.
You know how to two-step? And he's like, "Yep."
That makes him a real cowboy.
And he just fucking sits there and she's like,
You know why he
Waiting.
knows how to two-step? Patrick Swayze's mom choreographed this movie.
Did she really?
Yes, she really
Oh,
did.
nice.
Um,
I thought he just knew how to dance.
No.
because of, Saturday Night Fever.
yeah, that's exactly why it translated. How big is this bar?
"It's huge.
This is an aircraft
It's
hangar.
a big
Well,
fucking
no,
bar."
and
So
apparently
it was-
it's real.
It
I
was
looked
a real
it up.
bar.
I had to look it up.
No,
it's
Gillies
like-
was a real place.
It's like Denim and Diamonds.
Never
It's
been.
I don't
exactly
know if
like
it's still.
it.
I don't think it's still open.
I didn't say it was.
This
I'm just saying.
bar is
this
Yeah,
is
but
what
huge.
reminds
but
me.
it
or like
was-
Grand Central Station.
Yeah,
it's
it was
exactly
huge.
like that.
It was a giant fucking like barn.
Yeah, no, this was huge.
Because that was one of the places in the 70s where a lot of like the country.
That's where
like,
Scott went.
Yeah, like where they like.
That's where he met Reba McEntire.
Yep.
Trisha Yearwood.
Fleetwood Mac.
Bud is a fucking whore.
Well, yeah.
Let's see. He
So?
fucked everyone the second he pulled up in that town.
What?
Would you not?
Men empowerment, bro.
It's just weird.
It
just shows,
wasn't tied down.
to me, it just shows how immature he really is in this movie because he must be 18. Like,
He's not very old in this movie.
No,
Yeah.
he shouldn't have married her.
shouldn't marry
He's
anybody.
an idiot.
No, he shouldn't marry
That,
anybody.
but I honestly, that's realistic because when I was young, I fell in love with every girl who said yes to date with me, and I was always like, "We should get married." And then, like 4 months later, you're like, "I fucking hate your guts." Like, you should definitely break up and never speak again.
That's it. I'm growing my beard out.
Oh, it took me 40 years to do that.
Let's see.
I can't collect monkey action figures anymore. I guess I'll grow a beard.
Let's see. Sissy and Brad marry pretty quick. He's a huge asshole,
Bud.
but at the same time, Sissy has like zero self-worth. Zero.
I know, and she's a hot.
She is hot. Oh, and
She's a
also,
hottie.
and this is a weird thing to
I'd be
complain about
using
because
my
it's not a
vagina
complaint.
all the time.
Does no one own a bra in Texas?
Hell no.
Everyone's
That
in
is a
tank
weird
tops
complaint.
and just let it all hang out.
That's the
Again,
way.
not a
And-
complaint. I just noticed it.
I've been to Texas.
Have you?
They don't wear bras there.
Oh.
They're like, look at my
illegal.
titties, and they throw them over their shoulders and stuff. They're like, I'm going
Could
to.
you- I just
I'm going to
wanted
get
to-
some more pickles.
Could you pull me to the pickle out, please? Let's see. I don't understand how Sissy punched the punching bag, and then it looks as if she like hit like sandpaper in a fucking brick wall.
Because she's supposed to be weak.
Because she's a
it
girl
represents
and she
being
can't
weak.
do
Her
it.
fist was
Correct.
completely bloodied, as if she had been in a street fight
That's
for 5
called
hours.
learning your lesson.
Yeah,
As a woman,
it's a
you gotta
1980s
understand.
movie. They were trying to, and
That
they
you
were trying
just
to
can't
show
do it.
you that you
Yeah,
can't
there's
hit
just some
like a
things
man.
women shouldn't do.
Correct.
You just can't do
I
it.
hate this.
That rings true today as it ever has.
My steak better be medium rare, or I'm sending it back.
I don't care what you say.
Isn't that-
Riding a mechanical bull does not equal
What
being a
movie is that?
cowboy.
That's Urban Cowboy.
No, it is.
He's where they're in the diner after Gillies, and he's yelling at the fucking waitress. He's like, "Where's my food?" She's like, "It's coming."
Oh,
he's like,
trust me,
that
that's-
steak better be medium rare. I'm sending it back.
That's on the list too.
What's the movie that we just watched where he yelled at his wife? Raging Bull.
Oh yeah.
Got it.
It's maybe the same movie. This is the most fucking anti-women set of movies we've ever watched.
That's why Jordan
The
hates it.
feminist.
No.
Equal rights.
He had to hide his feminist card while he's watching this.
Sissy, you deserve so much better. You should be able to go out with
No.
Scott Glenn
You know
and
what
ride the
Bud and
mechanical
Sis- you know
bull
what
while,
Bud and Sissy
while,
need?
You know what?
A good counselor.
while
Cancel
Bud
the
goes
section.
to the fucking oil range
Say that
and
about
works
movies
all
and
day.
friends. Let's see. I hate country two-step. That was
love
such a terrible scene. I hate that shit. Bud's ego is so easily destroyed by Wes in like seconds that it becomes like a full dick measuring contest just because Bud got on a mechanical bull.
Oh yeah.
And thought he was cool, and then Wes said, "Nah."
Fuck you, bitch.
And Wes, what is with the shirt?
Dude,
Like a
that's
fucking mesh black shirt. It's
So-
so 80s and 70s. It's so
But
weird.
it was black.
So doctor,
He was the bad guy.
I
That's
have a friend of mine that's been having some wet dreams lately. Well, you better tell that friend to get off the juice.
So turn the fucking low of that movie. Hey, Doc. It's me, 10-second Tom. Let's see. Bud is an ass to all women. And then this goes beyond
Did
sissy.
you write that twice?
No, I did it because
very
no,
hard
no, no,
about that.
No, Bud is an asshole to sissy. Bud is an asshole to all women. He is an asshole to was it Pam, whatever, the other chick later
Pam.
on. He is a complete fucking asshole to the waitress.
This is
he
how
throws something at the waitress. Like,
this is how men acted back then.
fuck this movie. Let's see.
I hope you watched it with your son and taught him something.
I like when Wes fucked up Bud. Bud's fucking such a dick, and then he's like, "Let's fight," and then he gets his ass beat,
I love when they're walking out and they're just all prepping, and he's like
cracking knuckles.
cracking
Well,
knuckles.
I
and
mean,
like, ugh, let's get ready to fight.
this is like a retarded version of Roadhouse. This movie,
Kinda, except it's more of a
With a
love
great
story. Fuck is she doing? Oh, I work too. Bitch, you don't do shit. You work for your dad. You
Well,
fucking
and this is the issue. They're too young. They should have never married. They're
Correct.
children.
Correct.
They're fucking
But don't be
immature,
coming
stupid
at
children.
Don't be coming at Bud and being like,
Oh, fuck
"Hey,
you, Bud.
what the fuck, Bud? You,
It's not like that trailer was fucking super big.
Oh,
Right.
no.
You clean that thing
You
in a fucking
clean-
hour.
There was
And
like food like rotting in the sink.
Yeah.
It was disgusting.
She should have been cleaning the trailer.
It's all
and
ours! I'll put
sucking
down
his,
payment on it.
Sucking his dick.
I
and,
like how
working her part-time job and not messing with Scott Glenn.
I like how Sissy killed it on the bull, and it just hurt John Travolta. Like John Travolta's ego was hurt so bad by that. Like she was like really good, and his friends were like, "Hey, your wife's pretty good. She's fucking better than you,
bud."
Well, fuck, I'm gonna go beat her ass and then kill her or something. I don't know.
You want to ride it? Ride it again.
And then he gets on. Scott Glenn controls the bull and then hits him with the bull,
Breaks
and
his
then
arm.
breaks his brittle fucking arm. Like he barely got hit by that thing. I don't understand how just bad that is.
This makes me so joyful just even just rehashing.
You guys are like,
I hope they remake it soon.
yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Beat for beat. Don't even
Urban
change it.
Cowboy. Conor McGregor.
Conor
Another
McGregor
fucking
like Scott
outlaw.
Glenn.
Yeah, it's just the Roadhouse cast. Just fucking redo it. I thought Wes was a cool character at first, and then until the scene where she throws the like cigarettes at him, and then he's like, "Pick it up." It's almost like a complete
He
character.
gave her a chance.
Well, it was a complete like 180 on that character. Like I thought it was like pretty cool because when after the dancing scene, they went back to the trailer, and she's like, "Oh, I don't want to fuck," and he's like, "All right, I respect you." I was like, "Okay, this is as much as he's an asshole and he's fucking with Bud, and he knows they're married. She even told him he was willing to fuck her, and then she's like, "No," and he's like, "I respect you." And then they get to that scene, and he's like, "I'll beat your fucking ass." And then he beats her fucking ass. And I'm sitting there going, what a weird character change. Like, it almost looks like, well, Bud's too much of an asshole. We have to change Wes a little bit because we need someone to be a bigger asshole than Bud.
Yeah, you got to have the
And
hero
it's just,
ending.
to me, that felt like bad writing. I don't know. It was weird. Let's see. It was the
Definitely
most
wasn't bad
unsafe
writing.
oil refinery ever. OSHA should have shut that place down. I mean, Bud got hurt 3 days before, and then Uncle Bill just fucking burns to death after getting, struck by lightning?
Yeah.
Oh, so dumb. It was the most completely lackluster bull riding competition ever. Like, I feel like
bad Travolta one.
I feel like there should have, if that was the crowning achievement of this third act, that should have been a build-up. Uncle Bill showed him a mechanical bull after he saw his belt buckle, and all of a sudden he wants to ride, and then
Uncle Bob, by the way.
And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, by the way, you're in the top 2. There's no build-up. There's no Karate Kid fights
Hey,
beforehand.
go to the fucking thing and watch the prisoners ride.
That was early on, though.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, too. It was like, oh, my God, he's going to get back out there? I love him.
Them cow, that cowboy was tough those bitches.
Oh, they were
Man,
just...
they're true outlaws.
Boomhauer.
Now, I thought Charlie Daniels was cool.
Oh, Charlie Daniels, fantastic.
I'm like, that was fucking... Bonnie Raitt was in this movie. I'm like, okay, this is cool.
Mickey Gilly,
Yeah, Gilly was in
Johnny
it.
Lee Hooker.
I like that Scott has just turned into a southern accent.
Yeah,
Johnny
he's
Lee
got the
Hooker.
same accent this movie had.
Bud.
Bud.
Bud Sissy.
So you hated this movie?
I hated this
What'd
movie.
you give it?
Hold on.
He's like, I'm not done. I have a second side.
I think Wes, at the end of the day, is the worst criminal ever. He went to go rob a bar he's worked at, and people know him at. And he's probably told all his plans to move to Mexico. And he
Literally,
still tried to rob it.
No one said that anybody in this movie was smart.
They're all stupid.
Yeah,
Every character is unlikable and irredeemable. Like I think I liked his uncle before he died, and I think I liked his uncle's wife. Like those are the only pure characters in this movie. Everybody else sucks.
You wouldn't bang Sissy, bro? Come on.
100% I would. What I wouldn't do is beat her to death afterward.
What if she didn't listen?
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, everyone was very unlikable. The story was no lessons were learned at all. There was zero repercussions.
That's true life, baby.
Right. Exactly.
You don't want to go to Texas. Enjoy your pickle, Johnson, Dallas. I don't want it.
See? Nothing, no lessons are learned from
No,
going to Texas.
zero lessons are learned.
Zero.
Just like in real life.
This movie did not need to be 2 hours long.
Oh, that is super long. Why is it so
2
long?
hours and like
Doesn't feel
30
long.
minutes.
Doesn't
It's like-
feel long.
felt 3 hours long.
Only because you didn't like it.
But it's because I didn't care for anybody in this movie.
Fucking Judgy Judgerton.
I'm sorry. Oh, this is where I piss Scott off. He yells at me this week.
Hold on a
I
second.
don't understand how you don't like this fucking movie.
Jordan's like, the
There's no snack shack, I tell you that
the
much.
girl didn't win? I love the Marvels. This
It has
is
nothing
bullshit.
to do. No, it's just
She should have came in and got first place on the bull.
I feel like if you're gonna build these characters up to be like this, show some growth. There was no growth whatsoever. Like he's just gonna take her home after getting her back from Scott Glenn, and then he's just gonna go home and beat her again. Like
And?
there's
Give him a couple hours.
So,
maybe tomorrow. I don't know.
It's gonna be like,
I mean,
this
have
kid
you
just-
seen the domestic violence
I
rates?
love you.
It's gonna be like this
in
kid just
America?
fucking filthy.
Did she notice that she spelled friend wrong? FREIND. I'm like,
not.
Sissy's dumb.
They're not educated
I mean,
people.
I think
That's
that was
wild.
I think that was kind of the point, though.
Right.
Is they really played everybody as like
They're
these Texas
stupid
hillbillies.
Children,
Correct.
and they should. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's real life, bro. Go to Texas. There's a bunch of dumb shits having fucking 90 kids. Like, I'm just saying, like, this is
Idiocracy.
what literally it is. Then they go home, they beat each other, and then they stay married for 18,000 years, and everyone's like, oh, I want to be like them. And they look up to them, and they're like, wow, look, our parents were together forever, but not knowing all the violence and the domestic violence and the fucking, all that shit. I mean, this is just how life is, man.
I think that
You're
was
just
more
gonna-
prevalent in the 70s.
Yeah.
70s,
I just
80s.
think that,
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying, like, that's just how it was.
I just don't understand like a movie like this, even not thinking in 2024 standards.
I know you
how
wanted
this was
everyone
even
to-
popular in the early 80s. Like this just seems like
Bud's calling black people the N-word in this movie. He doesn't
so did
actually.
you before we started rolling.
No, I'm saying
Doesn't make it
I'm
right.
saying in his real life, he's probably rolling around saying that and fucking,
I get it. I didn't feel like there was any.
he's definitely voting
there was
Republican.
no character. It's Texas.
Yeah, so
You're already born with the voter card.
he doesn't
when
like abortions. Like you're just gonna have. But he will
Be
beat
Arizona.
But he'll beat the shit out of his wife.
Yeah. Ugh. There was just no character that I could feel like I cared about. That's the problem. There was no one person that I feel like I had any skin in the game with.
See, I don't know
Bud's
if
an
it's-
asshole.
unless
Sissy
it's-
was naive, stupid, and zero self-esteem. Wes turned out to be a fucking cocksucker. Like, and everybody sucked.
But
Everybody
there
sucked.
is times where, as a couple, you are kind of rooting for them.
Yeah, when they're rolling around after
But
he
then-
tryes to beat her into the parking lot.
But
you had the
everything is
camera on me, and I just yawned the biggest yawn.
bored with this
not
conversation.
bored at
everything
all,
is so
just tired.
toxic. But then there's times where they have these moments where you're like, oh, okay, it's going to be different.
Just like real life.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Is
How
I
many more
think it's more-
doorknobs does she have to hit?
I think it's more relatable
told her
than
twice.
most people think.
Well, see, here's the thing. This is how you understand that he's better than Wes. He only open hand hits her. Wes punched her with a fist.
Yeah,
You
correct.
never saw a black eye on Sissy until Wes did it.
Yeah,
so
he just-
Wes is
he
worse
just slapped her.
than Bud. Fucking movie. 2 stars. And that's generous. That's a generous 2 from me.
I'm still going with what I gave it a few months ago, which was 3.5. I think it is way too long, but overall, I do like this. I'd watch it again. I'd go see it in theaters.
I'm probably biased because I love this movie.
5 stars.
Nah, I mean, for me, it's a
5
4 just
flaming
because it's
fists of
so
death.
rewatchable. I love the music. I mean, I love everything about this. It's so fucking absurd, and it's so fun to watch. And maybe because I grew up watching that kind of that 70s Western. I like Dukes of Hazzard, things like that.
Yeah,
where
that's fine.
Kind of
I don't know.
relatable to me.
I'm fine with that. I
It was
like
just a
X
movie-
Seconds. I like Pure Country. Like, I like those kinds of movies. I don't hate country movies.
You like Pure Country
I like Pure Country.
with George Strait?
Yeah, so good.
That is one of the worst movies. I do love it though.
No, it's good.
It
it's
is
not great.
so bad.
No,
It is
yeah.
so bad.
100%.
One of the worst. Great soundtrack.
100%. Yes.
But as a fucking movie goes,
no.
it is it's like a 3-year-old wrote that movie. Oh, the acting is atrocious, and I love it.
Yeah, they
too.
were done writing Urban Cowboy, and they started writing Pure Country.
It's not up there with Urban Cowboy for me, but I do love Pure Country.
I like a woman knowing her place, and that's why I like this.
That's why it's almost a 5. More women should watch this and be like, this is how I should treat my man.
Yeah, I didn't feel like there was just anything to relate to on this movie, and that's what just kind of bums me out.
You don't hit your wife?
Not every day.
You don't yell at her for riding the bull and being better at you at it?
We live like pigs. Come home, slang the dishes across the kitchen.
Well, it'd be like today's thing. It'd be like Mario Kart. You're not like... You'd be like, you're better at me in Mario Kart. I'm going to hit you. Now go make me...
What do you mean you don't want to go to a baseball game
Just
with
open
me?
hand slap.
No, I don't care.
Oh, you hit me. I just lost a life.
I'll show you a turtle shell. Anyway,
Just
what
gonna
did you
play
give it,
this game.
Scott?
It's
Sorry.
a 4 for me. I love it, and like I said, it's a biased
You
4.
wife beater.
It's such a fun movie, man. It's one of my favorites.
He's going to go home and hit Krista and be like, I've been missing this.
You have to be in country to do that.
Put my boots on.
Hurt his knee.
All right, everybody.
All right, so
So,
that's pure country. Thanks for picking that, you assholes. I'm just kidding.
yeah, thanks, Tom from
It
Alberta.
wasn't Tom's movie.
It was funny.
I know, but
Joelle told me she
I'm
voted
sure-
for it.
Oh, did
She's
she?
like, "Oh, I saw your both thing on Instagram." She's like, "Oh, what'd you vote for?" She's
What, your
like,
daughter?
She's like, "I voted for Urban Cowboy."
No, I saw who voted. I made lists. No, just kidding.
I named names.
I named names.
You got to find that movie.
No, it was fine. Again, it's just it is very much a product of its time. There is you can't make this movie this way anymore, and that's fine. I'm not saying you have to. I'm not saying it's right that you can't make these kinds of movies. Do what you got to do. But again, no one was relatable to this in this movie whatsoever. And it's hard because there are some movies that are evergreen and you can watch them at any time and feel like if you made it today, it would still just be as good. Or you re-release it and it would still just be as good. This movie, it belongs in 1980 and it should never have gone past because there's just nothing
I think it
about
deserves
this
a
movie.
remake. I don't think they changed anything about it.
I relate to this movie because before Kim, I used to hit all my girlfriends. Anyways, I'm just kidding.
Jesus Christ.
And we used to ride bulls and
Right.
cheat on each other. All right. So thank you so much
trailers.
for the viewer distress. I'll come up with another category for the month after next. But as of course, next week is the Snack Show. Oh, and I also, Tom from Alberta, if you're listening, thank you for watching Snack Shack. I appreciate that.
Yeah, he did message me and I ignored it because it was Snack Shack. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't notice.
But all right, so we're going back to our regular picks. This palate cleanser right here, it's on Tubi and Pluto. It's an hour and 38 minutes long, directed by Carl Schinkel, starring Denzel Washington, Robert Townsend, Shelley Ralph, James Fox, M. Emmett Walsh.
He just died.
From 1989, crime mystery, The Mighty Quinn.
Guess who's coming to dinner? Natty dreadlocks. Guess who's coming to dinner?
The islands,
Yeah, man.
I'm just coming in from
where the ladies are mighty fine. The life is mighty nice.
Bobby, a brother trust a brother.
And the law
No, you in trouble, man.
is the Mighty Quinn.
You have a license for that?
Where most people go to play,
Somebody call the police!
he goes to work.
Nasty way to die.
Now, the only thing harder than finding the truth is staying alive.
Bring in Maui. There's a man out there looking for you who wants you dead. Then I'm glad you got here first.
The best thing we can do is stay out of the way.
Denzel Washington is Police Chief Quinn.
I'm in the way.
Robert Townsend is Mobby. When there's trouble in paradise, you ain't seen nothing like the Mighty Quinn.
Police Chief Xavier Quinn investigates the gruesome murder of Donald Peter, one of his wealthiest residents of a Caribbean island. He was found decapitated in his jacuzzi, although the local political establishment, especially crooked Governor Chalk, insists the small-time thief Mobby, Robert Townsend, is responsible. Xavier has his doubts. The view is complicated, but the police chief's personal history
Just reading the script.
with Mobby, the man.
Well, that was
have
it.
been
You guys
friends
just
since
listened to
childhood.
Don't have to watch it now.
Next week we reenact the
Head to
Mighty
jacuzzi.
Quinn.
That
Got
was
it.
the fucking synopsis. I don't know why.
Well, have you ever watched an old trailer from like the 80s and the 70s?
gives
They
you-
literally just told you the whole movie.
Right.
Like it was just a scene. Like it wasn't even a trailer. Like
You want
next
to watch this movie? Well, here's the movie.
Here's
and you're
the
going to come
movie.
watch it again.
we're gonna reenact, the
but
Mighty
longer
Quinn.
this time
Yeah.
with more dialogue. So yeah, the Mighty Quinn's the next movie after Snack Show. We have some snacks for you.
I just picked up new ones yesterday, Friday.
Yeah, and I'm still looking for some stuff. Hopefully, we'll have the Dr Pepper for you to try. But I'm going back.
To try.
What?
Ain't gonna be for them to try.
No, for me to try. For you guys to try.
You guys can try it. It'll be on the shelves later.
We'll pour it in the mic.
I'll drink it later.
It's our alcohol
So
show.
I'm going back to Dallas tomorrow to get the right pickles and some other stuff. So
You gonna get any footage from Dallas?
yeah, I promise to God I will film my entire trip this time. I will not forget. I even moved all my camera stuff into the bedroom.
You think he charges it?
Yeah, it's already charged. You think he charges it? Are the fucking cameras charged? You giant cock
Did you
knocker.
Did you remind him?
I didn't. I wanted to see it happen this time. So
All right.
Good job. We're
Good job. We're
progressing.
making progress.
Eat my poop. They were charged last week. I don't
show
know
title.
what happened. I unplugged them an hour before the show started. So I charged them all night. So maybe it was just, maybe there was a power outage or something. Anyways, plus I had Kim do it, so you know it got done. Anyways,
There it is.
You open hand asked her.
I was like, McDonald's again? I'm tired of these Happy Meals.
Shit, that's the other line I hated in this movie that was so fucking gross. Where the other chick, right when they were making each other upset about dancing with each other, and Sissy was with Wes, and he was with the other chick, and he looks at the other chick and delivers the most cringiest line of any movie. And it's not even like 80s or now. When are you going to take me home and rape me? Well, who says that to a woman? That is the fucking weirdest line I've ever heard. And someone wrote that down and said, hey, John, can you deliver that line for me?
That's my pickup line.
It's going to be the episode title.
Yeah, use it. Try it.
Yeah, try it on someone.
It works.
Okay.
Yeah, try it on me.
Try it on a
No,
tranny.
you're broken.
All right, guys. So we'll see you next week. I'm Aaron.
I'm Jordan.
Forget.
And Scott.
Big goals, huh? Cool. Well, see you later.